Picture this. You're wielding a blade that cuts through alien monstrosities with the grace of a dancer and the precision of a surgeon. That's Stellar Blade in a nutshell. A game that doesn't just scratch the action game itch, it absolutely demolishes it. After spending countless hours with Eve's Journey, I can confidently say this is one of those rare titles that makes you forget about everything else happening around you. When Shift Up announced their debut console venture, expectations were cautiously optimistic. What they delivered? Pure excellence wrapped in a package so polished it practically gleams. Stellar Blade isn't just another action game thrown into an oversaturated market. It's a statement piece that demands your attention from the very first swing of Eve's sword. The combat system in Stellar Blade is where this game truly shines, and boy does it shine bright. Every encounter feels like a carefully choreographed dance between life and death. The fundamental mechanics start simple enough. Light attacks, heavy attacks, basic combos. Nothing revolutionary there, right? Wrong. It's how these elements weave together that creates something genuinely special. Parrying becomes an art form here. The timing window can be brutally unforgiving at first. I'll admit, I died more times than I'd like to count while learning, but once it clicks, pure magic. That perfect parry sound effect becomes addictive. You'll find yourself actively seeking out enemies just to hear it again. The way Eve's animations flow seamlessly from defensive maneuvers into devastating counterattacks never gets old. The Naytiba enemies deserve special mention. These aren't your typical mindless fodder. Each creature type demands a different approach, forcing you to adapt your strategy constantly. Fighting the towering bosses feels like solving violent puzzles. You're not just button-mashing your way to victory, you're studying patterns, finding openings, and executing with surgical precision. Here's where Stellar Blade separates itself from the pack. The beta and burst skill systems add layers upon layers of strategic depth. Beta skills charge through regular combat actions, while burst abilities build through those satisfying perfect parries and dodges. This dual resource system creates a fascinating risk-reward dynamic. Do you play it safe and build up your beta meter slowly? Or do you go aggressive, fishing for those perfect defensive maneuvers to unleash devastating burst attacks? The best part? You can't ignore either approach. Being too defensive leaves you missing out on powerful offensive options. Too aggressive? You'll find yourself overwhelmed without proper defensive skills charged up. The progression system feels incredibly rewarding. Eve's capabilities expand at just the right pace, never overwhelming, never stagnant. By the endgame, you're pulling off combo strings that would make Devil May Cry veterans nod in approval. The skill trees offer meaningful choices too, letting you tailor Eve's abilities to match your preferred playstyle. Stellar Blade's post-apocalyptic Earth is absolutely gorgeous. The art direction hits that sweet spot between realistic and stylized, creating environments that feel both familiar and alien. Wandering through the remnants of civilization, you can almost feel the weight of what humanity has lost. The exploration elements work well when they're tied to combat encounters or meaningful upgrades. Finding those hidden exospines feels genuinely rewarding. These aren't just stat boosts, they're game changers that can completely alter your approach to combat. The gear progression system strikes an excellent balance between complexity and accessibility. However, let's be honest, not every aspect of exploration hits the mark. Some sections feel like they're there just to pad the runtime. The puzzle elements are pretty basic, often boiling down to find the switch, press the button. It's not terrible, but it's not particularly engaging either. When you're coming off the high of an incredible boss fight, these slower moments can feel a bit jarring. The side quests? They exist. That's about the kindest thing I can say about them. They're not offensive, but they rarely offer anything unique or memorable. Most feel like standard go here, kill this, collect that affairs. Given the exceptional quality of the core combat, these feel like missed opportunities. This is where Stellar Blade absolutely flexes. The game looks incredible on PlayStation 5, but the real story is how it's translating to PC. Having tested the Steam demo extensively, I can confidently say this might be one of the best PC ports I've ever experienced. Running the game at 4K with max settings on my RTX 3080, I was getting consistent 60 FPS without breaking a sweat. The optimization is simply outstanding. Load times are nearly non-existent, frame pacing is rock solid, and I haven't encountered a single crash or major bug. This is how you do a PC port, folks. The PC version isn't just a straight port, it's a love letter to PC gaming. Ultra-wide support works flawlessly, making those sweeping camera movements during combat even more cinematic. The DLSS implementation is particularly impressive, offering significant performance gains without noticeable quality loss. The optional 4K texture pack is worth downloading if you have the storage space. The additional detail in character models and environments is immediately noticeable. Even better, DualSense controller support is fully intact, complete with adaptive triggers and haptic feedback. You can feel every parry, every impact, every moment of tension through the controller. Frame generation through DLSS 4 opens up some interesting possibilities for higher refresh rate gaming. I tested it briefly on a 144Hz monitor, and the results were impressive. The technology isn't perfect. You'll occasionally notice some artifacts in fast-moving scenes, but it's a glimpse into the future of PC gaming performance. I wish I could be as enthusiastic about Stellar Blade's narrative as I am about its combat. The story isn't bad per se, but it's disappointingly predictable. The whole angels from above fighting alien invaders premise feels familiar from the get-go. Every major plot twist telegraphs itself well in advance. Eve as a character starts strong but doesn't develop much beyond her initial introduction. The English voice acting doesn't help matters. Performances often feel stilted and unnatural. Adam, your primary companion, delivers exposition with all the emotional range of a GPS navigation system. It's not game-breaking, but it's noticeable enough to pull you out of those crucial story moments. But then there's the soundtrack. Oh my goodness, the soundtrack. This might genuinely be the best video game score I've heard all year. The way it seamlessly blends genres, from orchestral pieces to metal to what sounds like K-pop influences, shouldn't work, but it absolutely does. Boss fight music in particular is phenomenal. There were moments where I'd deliberately extend fights just to hear more of the incredible audio design. Despite its narrative shortcomings, Stellar Blade succeeds where it matters most, delivering exceptional action gameplay that keeps you coming back for more. The combat system alone justifies the price of admission. When you factor in the stunning visuals, incredible soundtrack, and what appears to be one of the best PC ports in recent memory, you've got something special. This isn't just Shift Up's impressive debut, it's a statement that they belong among the top-tier action game developers. Stellar Blade earns its place alongside genre classics through sheer mechanical excellence and unwavering commitment to player enjoyment. If you're an action game fan, this is essential playing. If you're not typically into the genre, Stellar Blade's intuitive controls and excellent progression might just convert you. Either way, you're in for one hell of an experience when it launches on PC this June. Trust me on this one, your gaming library needs this gem.